All right, welcome back to the Run.down post-game show over here on the Strickland YouTube channel as well as Strickland Podcast Network now. I am Samuel. I got with me Tyrese
with a
with his
camera.
webcam on finally. um Knicks lose in overtime to a score of Tyrese help me out here.
118, 115.
1-8
No, 115,
115 to
112.
1
112.
115 112. Um yeah, I mean, where do we begin? Do we begin with the refereeing?
The fucking stinker put up a number 9. That's where we fucking begin. Are we kidding me? Don't give me this shit. Don't tiptoe
Nah,
around this.
he had a bad
Don't
game. He had a bad game. He had a bad game. I'll say that. He had a
bad
bad
game.
game.
Bad game is underselling it, bro. He put up some all-time stinkers. It was El Stinko. That shit made babies cry. That shit was a fucking national. You can't go back to Canada after that game, bro. That shit was a damn crime. That's a felony. That was grand larceny. He's stealing money right now, bro. Embezzlement.
Are you
That
done?
shit. No, I'm not done,
Okay.
bro. He was missing buddies. Like that shit was.
I think he was pressing. I think he was pressing a lot, and I don't know why. Because like he looked so at ease in preseason, which is so weird.
Yeah, because when that pressure on, he turned into a fucking pumpkin.
All
I
right.
know it's fucking October and I know it's
All
Halloween
right.
season, but like, god damn, he was out here shooting like it was fucking money on the line. There was shit running down his leg. You could see the shit coming out his leg, bro. It wasn't pretty. It was not pretty.
Are you done?
That fucking step back. I don't know what he was thinking with that one.
Are
That
you
step
done?
back, and then in fucking overtime where he blew the two bunnies back to back, all fast break shit. Like, mm, 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 mm.
Are you done?
The most lucrative contract in Knicks history.
Are you done?
Can't fucking hit shots outside of 5 feet. I'm done.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Your favorite player on the team did this for a whole season, by the way.
My fucking favorite player on the team. You know my fucking favorite player
He
on the
did this for
team.
a whole season, by the way. Just saying. Just
So did
saying.
RJ Barrett. Let's be
Just
perfectly honest
saying.
here.
Just saying. But yeah, RJ had a bad game today. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best on both ends. But got another game Friday. Pack this one up. Move on to the next one. That's the way I see it. Because like, there's no point in dwelling on this game for him as a fan, as anything at this point. Like, it's just there's no point in dwelling on it. Like, just move on to the next one. If he has a good game the next game, then everyone's gonna be like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. Like, has no one learned from last year's game one to not take everything so freaking seriously? Last year, game one, like it had people saying, you know what, we might win 55 games. I was in the building for that
Okay,
game.
55 was wild. I said 50, but I didn't say 55. I knew
There was some folks that jumped off the deep end. There was some folks that jumped off the deep end, drank the orange and blue Kool-Aid. I was drowning in it last year. I was drowning in it. This year, no thank you. Save that shit for like game 35 or something. I'm good.
the overcorrection to pessimism because you don't want to get hurt again is hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, that's just the way to go. If anyone tuned into the Strickland's roundtable, I was probably the one with the lowest win total. Because I'm just like, you know what? If you set the bar low, the disappointment factor is not just happening. But anyways, back to this game. RJ didn't have a good game. IQ didn't have a good game. Um, Obi was very, I guess, limited in minutes. I don't know if it had to do with his ankle injury. If that was the case, just why not rule him out altogether? He didn't really seem like he was moving that well on the court, to me at least. Like usually he's like cutting and stuff when guys like Rose and Hartenstein have the rock. I didn't see that. But yeah, I mean, let's go on to I guess the more positive players that played tonight in terms of where do you want to start with this
Fuck you
one?
think I want to start at? I think I bought this shirt for a fucking reason. I bought this shirt for a reason. I fucking bought the
Could have
stock.
donated.
I bought the dip. And fucking Jules Quinn is soaring right now. Let's see. 9 of 16 from the field, 2 6 from 3, 4 5 from the line, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists,
Fouled
2
out.
steals. Fouled out, whatever, bro. RJ Barrett should have fucking fouled out the way he was playing tonight. Anyway, good game overall from him. I felt like a lot of those fouls, a lot of the fouls this game were kind of really fucking stupid.
Yeah, we didn't get the benefit of the doubt with the whistle. A lot of phantom calls, especially when John Morant was diving to the paint. It's just like All right, fullback dive
Yeah,
and blow
yeah.
the whistle.
Like when did like I think the Grizzlies got called for 17 fouls and the Knicks got called for 26. So you could tell like the fouls were a little bit wild. Definitely a little biased, but I guess when you're playing at home, you expect that kind of shit. I just I don't know, man. Like he played within himself. He didn't really do too much. It wasn't like he was taking these dribble fade. He took one bad shot in like the first game, and that was when the clock was expiring. So like I'm not gonna hold that against him. Otherwise, the offense he had, it was a lot of it was cutting to the rim. A lot of it was in transition. A lot of it was just like all spot up threes. He wasn't trying to do anything fancy. Like when he did try to get fancy, it was because like the ball was moving on the perimeter for like 8 seconds, and he had to take a shot. Otherwise, nobody else was gonna take that shot. But otherwise, like I think he played fine, and I feel like if he plays like that, you'll take that from him. And I told you, man, like it's just easy for him to score. It didn't really feel like he was trying to do anything different. And the third quarter, where like he was just sprinting down the court like a madman, and he put up like 9 in the quarter. Like that's what he can do. He can score. If there's one thing Julius can do, he can score. Not always efficiently, but tonight he was efficient, and that's all you want from him. Play efficient, play within yourself, and at least try on both ends of the court, which he did.
I appreciate him getting his trade value up because Phoenix is down right now and they look like they could use some help.
They are not
But
trading. They're not. You know who's going to get fucking traded.
but yeah, I appreciate him getting his trade value up. We appreciate getting that stock up. There's some teams out there they could be willing to utilize some talents like that. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Move on to the other player. Oh my gosh, why did both of them have to have a game to the year? I'm about to just like jump off of a building, bro. Anyways, number 0, Sir Cameron Reddish. Probably had the game of his life outside of that Eastern Conference Finals game. Let me check the box score real quick.
9 of 15, bro.
22 points, 3 steals, 5 rebounds.
A
In
block.
28 minutes, a
No
block.
assists. My man was shooting. He was like, "This is for my career." Oh
Yeah,
man.
I mean, probably the best game of his career. Outside of that Eastern
Yeah.
Conference Finals game. This is what everyone wishes he was all the time. Unfortunately, he's not. So that's why I never buy the hype because after this, he can end up having 10 straight games of looking like me out there. So there's that. But he did look good today. You know, if he can find some consistency, then kudos to him, kudos to the team for that. But I just can't believe it because I've never seen it before. And you're asking me to basically asking me to put my hopes into potential once again, that magical p word that everyone likes to use with him. um and I just can't do that with players that haven't shown me enough. That's me personally. If you want to do that as a viewer or listener, by all means, all power to you. I will not be doing that, especially after described my feelings on game ones of the season. But yeah, he played well. Hartenstein, I like when they said he had 16 points on the broadcast. I was like, wait, what? 16? When was the 16 points? But yeah, he had 16 points. He played 40 freaking minutes.
Bro,
Um,
it was that push shot, dude. Like that little push shot was money. Like if he hit like 4 or 5 of them, like he was cooking with that shot.
yeah, he was. And like I guess like against a team like this, the concerns that people had really didn't matter that much because they didn't have a big that can like really punish us from outside. It was like Steven Adams and like who was it? Xavier Tillman,
Yeah.
that played the backup 5 minutes. So it's like when you're it depends on matchups, I guess. Like that's what I was saying when someone had brought up center by committee on the last stream. I was thinking of it more as like based on matchups. That's when Dibs will make an adjustment, try different lineups. He did try some weird stuff today. I don't know if you noticed some of
Yeah.
the weird things he did today. You want to speak on that?
He tried 4 guards late in the overtime. He definitely tried more like Hartenstein. Hartenstein was a necessity because of Mitch. I'm surprised he didn't go with Sims when like Mitch got to 5 fouls, and then he took Hartenstein out the game. Mitch gets the 5 fouls, which was a questionable fucking call, by the way. And then instead of like going to Sims to give Hartenstein like at least a 3 or 4 minute breather, he just goes back to Hartenstein. And I think Hartenstein basically played like the entire third quarter, or not the entire third quarter, but like most of the third quarter, and then all of the fourth quarter. Okay, he played 10 minutes of the fourth quarter, obviously the entire overtime. I just feel like, yeah, you definitely could have. Yeah, he
That's where
played
Thibs still
20
has his
minutes.
issues. Yeah, he played like a whole. He played like a whole 20-minute stretch, right? Straight.
Like, essentially.
Yeah,
And then Fournier played the entire third quarter. Brunson played 11 minutes. Julius played 11 minutes. I don't like you just like you look at like our substitutions and you look at like their substitutions. Like Ja's only playing 9 minutes, and meanwhile we're playing like 11 and 10 and 12, and it's like, why is Fournier playing the entire third quarter and then Fournier only plays 5 seconds in the fourth quarter? What is the plan behind that? Like, I get Cam Reddish was like hooping, but at the same time, like, what was your intention with that lineup?
your guess is as good as mine when it comes to this guy, just because.
I don't know, man. It was just the minutes distribution was weird, but I still feel like Tibbs coached a good game. Like, I don't feel like that hurt them at all. I kind of felt like the bench unit was getting them back into it, and then Rose takes that 3 at the top of the key where they're like down 2, and he tries to take the lead with the 3, and then he misses it, and then they come back on the other end and they hit a 3, and then they get a 4-point play, and that's when like the bench is like off the court, and you have to roll with the starters again, and it's just like it worked because they got the lead back, but then down the stretch execution was off. I don't know. I kind of felt like I don't know. The minutes were weird, but like this game is weird because the refs were weird, and yeah, it's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very weird game. I guess we can get into Brunson today. He started off a little bit rough, missing some shots, the fouls, but really picked it up in the second half. Got some key baskets late in the fourth quarter, including a step back mid range shot. He
Yeah,
also got this key charge. I mean,
that's
when's the last time you seen any Knicks player do that and sacrifice their body like that? I mean,
Kemba Walker.
sacrifice his body in a different way, but I was thinking more of like a Jared Jeffries type of guy. Jared
Yeah,
Jeffries was like a charge.
Kyle Quinn kind of a little
Yeah,
bit.
Kylo Quinn, those type of guys that sacrifice their body no matter what moment. And the fact that he did it while he was in foul trouble too, I give him extra props for that because like most guys they not doing that, but for him to
Especially
do
when you're
that,
like the 6'1" guard, you don't expect him to be doing that. So that was a good play from him. And
yeah,
I really thought that like he got the foul too. I was like, shit. And then I saw it was offensive, and I was like, oh shit. So I'm happy about that. That was a really good play from Brunson. And like the shooting splits didn't show it, but like his ball movement was great.
mm-hmm.
Like the second half, like you said, he cooked. He had 9 assists tonight and no turnovers. Like that guy was cooking. He didn't make the shots he normally makes, but like second half onward, the second half was great, and he like ran out of gas in OT. I think he was playing like he might have played like 14, 15 straight minutes. But like, yeah, he did his job tonight, even though it wasn't the best in the box score.
Yep. All right. Let's get into some comments. We got some comments rolling in. Let's start from the top. Nemo says RJ's mojo got stolen by Cam and Julius.
He had to have had mojo in the first place.
Oh my god. Anyways. Chris with the point that I made out. Tyrese, you have the damn nerve to talk like this when Randall was doing this last year. You're so shameless. Yes, Tyrese has
RJ Barrett
shame.
shot like shit until fucking 2022. I don't want to hear it, bro. RJ Barrett was literally the least inefficient player in the fucking league because he had a fucking tummy ache. Like, I don't give a man. Don't get me started. I can be shameless about this tonight. I'm wearing the jersey. I can be shameless.
No, no, we don't do game one hype
100,
anymore.
$120 million man can't hit a fucking bunny.
We're not doing game one hype. You didn't learn from last year? First 5 games? You didn't learn?
Victory lapping.
You didn't learn?
Still victory lapping
You didn't learn?
until I get proven
You're ready to get
otherwise.
hurt again, huh?
I'm hearing all stars. I'm hearing all stars.
All right.
Where that
All
video, where that fucking video with like Brunson like waving up RJ and just going up to Daphne Julius. That's how I feel right now.
This is so
I,
nasty.
I should post that.
This is so nasty.
I'm posting that.
Right? Yuck. Yuck. Yuck.
Awful game. Awful game now. All right.
Yuck.
We don't have to lie to make RJ Barrett feel better. He got paid. He goes home and gets his paycheck. He's okay.
Chris Bernhardt says Rose silently played like a dummy tonight when we were down 85-83. It was a fast break. Instead of going to rack, he took a 3, missed, and Bane came back and drilled it. 5-point swing right there. Totally agree. And I felt tonight he just didn't look, he looked old tonight. Like he didn't look like Derrick Rose. He just looked like a guy that had like dreads and Derrick Rose's jersey on, but it wasn't Derrick Rose. But yeah, hopefully the HGH plug hits over these next couple days because you got a game on Friday. So
whatever Todd had in 2020, you need to get my man D Rose with it. Put it on his knees. That shit that Rey Mysterio took, like I don't know what the fuck it was, but like he needs something. He needs something. Hit up LeBron, like get it because you was looking real geriatric out there.
Yeah, and thinking that all that time off he had in preseason where Thibs was resting him and sitting him and not playing him so much, you'd think that he would come out a little bit more active, I guess, but it just wasn't the case. We'll see Friday though. For me, a lot of this game one shit just doesn't mean much to me right now. Like none of it. Like I'm not moved anymore. Let's see. Brent says, I'm tired of waiting until December for RJ and IQ to play well. Yeah, it's been rough the last couple years waiting for our young players to get acclimated to the season to finally produce consistently. Hopefully this year, year 3, year 4, that they're able to just start off the season right. Like it doesn't have to be explosive numbers off the bat, but just like being consistently playing well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, IQ tonight, I thought the shot selection was like pretty rough. I thought it was pretty rough sometimes. There was some floaters that he could have just like not taken and passed out. But other than that, yeah.
He kind of was just running around doing nothing. Like he didn't take bad shots, but it was also just like he didn't take any shots that were like, yeah, quickly. So
yeah,
rough to see. But what was interesting, he was the first guy off the bench. So
yeah, it's encouraging.
I think that shows that I mean, honestly, I feel like Tibbs kind of is empowering a lot of these guys. Not what we topping, but like Hartenstein, Grimes, assuming when he gets back, Reddish. I felt like those guys were like, hey, you have the opportunity to really make your stamp on this team. Like they're saying, hey, quickly is a point guard. They're saying Cam Reddish, hey, we think that you're just outside the rotation. When somebody goes down, you're the next man up. Hartenstein, of course, they're like, we think you and Mitch are equal. And you offer things that Mitch doesn't, and Mitch offers things that you don't. But like when Mitch goes down or when Mitch has house trouble, we can expect you to take the load and do what you need to do. So I feel like a lot of the guys got empowered tonight, even if it wasn't the best result. And Obi Toppin is fighting for his life 3 years in a row.
Yeah. Chris Bernhardt also says, I will say Randall could have stayed in the game if he didn't take a stupid ass loose ball foul for no reason. Yeah, that foul was one of those fouls where it was just like, we could have just left the ball alone there. Because then they got the ball back And then I think they missed a free throw, then got the ball back again, and I think someone scored, and that was another point swing there within itself that kind of like fucked with the momentum, which we didn't really need at that moment. And
Yeah.
who knows how that might have changed the flow of the game at that point, but yeah, it just wasn't needed. Let's see what else we got here. JL kind of brings up what you said, Tyrese, about Brunson 7 for 18. 7 for 18 didn't feel like that at all, which is a good thing. Um, yeah, it like his shots that he missed were kind of loud though, I will say, because like he missed like a couple threes in that fourth quarter when we really needed something to fall. And it was just like,
Yeah.
man, if we had gotten that three, we would have got the lead right there or something, or we would have tied the
I think it
game.
was like they had a lead. It was like I think one like a 2 point lead at one point, and then
Mm-hmm.
Brunson he goes in the corner for the three, and then brick. You're just like shit. You could have pulled away there, and then they
And
go
some
and then like yeah,
and then some of
John
his
goes back to the other end and like fuck. No, you got it.
and some of his threes, they were like really nasty bricks. Like they were like really nasty. So, I'm hoping that, next game they got Friday, clean this up. We back at home. That's always good for us. Good vibes, hopefully, that we can, perform in front of the home crowd. That will not be there, unfortunately. Um, I'm not really anticipating much of a game between us and the Pistons, but who knows what the way the Pistons came out today. Um, but
Talking
yeah.
about the offense about to put us in the fucking blender. That'd be nasty.
Kate and Ivy Showtime. Let's see. What else we got here? Vivek says RJ gonna be on a milk carton after tonight's game. LOL. Tyrese is gonna put him on a milk carton. He's gonna put him on everything at this point.
Put him on the fucking billboard. Have you seen the $120 million man?
I see it.
Come on, Tyrese to Steven. All right, relax.
I see it.
No,
I see it.
bro, don't
You
do
got
this.
you got you got the mustache and the beard going. You got the combo going. Oh shit! I didn't even realize. We might have to do a side by side now.
Nah, you're dragging it. You're dragging it. So I ain't shaved, and all of a sudden now y'all coming at me, bro. This is unnecessary. Nemo, I put on my cam. Leave me alone.
Jordan Bub. All right, yeah. Jordan Bub's getting to the real nitty gritty. So much BS fault. BS. I can't even speak anymore. That's what happens when you're teaching all day. So much BS calls to Ja, foul, and goaltend to Ja, step out of bounds to Stephen A. Stephen Adams mauled our guys and getting away with multiple moving screens. And we talked about this before we got on here, but yeah, Whistle was not in our favor tonight.
You remember like that one play where like Hartenstein gets the rebound and then Steven Adams like tries to fight it and then pins the ball to like Hartenstein's face. And like you see it in the replay, the ball's in Hartenstein's face, like straight up pinned, and then they call the foul on Hartenstein. And I'm like, if you got a dude and he's pinning the ball to your face, I don't care. How is that not a foul on the dude pinning the ball to your face?
Yeah, like, I don't understand. And the Ja Phantom fouls were just insane. Like every time he got into the paint and Hartenstein was there, Hartenstein would contest it, but it's like they automatically assumed he touched Ja and automatic whistle. The foul in the goaltend was huge, and I wonder why Thibs didn't challenge that, because that's a play like that's what you save your challenges for. That's the type of play you save your challenges for.
I don't
so
know
the fact that he didn't use it there. He couldn't. You can't challenge goaltends or fouls or blocks. Oh, because there was nothing called. There was nothing called, right?
There was nothing called. So you can't challenge it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sucks because that was definitely a foul because he definitely smacked the shit out of Brunson's head, and then it was also a goaltend, which is annoying because that would have shifted momentum once again for us. It was like everything that could have gone wrong in terms of our momentum went wrong.
I feel like if he makes that shot, I feel like they win the game.
Probably.
At that point, I think they raced up to like a 4-point lead, and then like momentum is just like on their side, and Ja can't get that easy bucket on the other end. Like that bucket gave them energy, and I feel like that bucket kind of sank them. And then RJ misses his bunnies, and then you're just like, well, they have no chance to get back into the game. That fucking Trey Jones dagger, man. That was
Matthias Jones.
Tyus Jones, whatever. They all the same shit. They all brothers.
Yeah, that one hurt, man. That one hurt. That one hurt real bad.
Like
But
Tyus Jones of all people hitting the dagger again, bro. Santi Aldaba. Who the fuck is this thing?
John Conchar.
Boy, like
they got 2K created players out there.
Dog, I
just
didn't even
balling
know.
On us.
Dog, I care about the draft more than most people normally should. And I didn't even know who that nigga was, bro. I was like, who the fuck? I had to look it up, and they're like, he's the last pick in the draft. I'm like, no way, he's the last pick of the draft. He was the last pick of the draft.
Which year?
2021. I was like, no, you're not serious, bro.
If
like,
you had no idea who he is, so I didn't even know this guy existed until today. So,
bro, Santi Aldama lit our ass up, bro. He had a double, fucking 18 points, 11 rebounds, bro, and 3. He was just splashing them hoes too. It was
John Conchar too. That dude was killing us.
Bro, John Conchar had 4
and he
threes.
Was open every single time. I don't understand.
Like, I think they didn't bet on him shooting because he doesn't take shots like that. Because I think last year he only took like 2 threes a game, but he took 9 tonight. And you're just like, well, I guess he's just gonna hit all the hoes. Sure.
Well, did he even start last year? I don't think so, right? He never started a game last year.
He played like 11 minutes a night last year.
Yeah, so scouting report was basically a crapshoot at that point because it was like, all right, we don't know shit about this guy, so
right, because he filled in for Dylan Brooks. Yeah, and Desmond Bane had a stinker tonight. Like, it kind of felt like this game should have been won, and it felt like they left a lot on the table. Like, the defense was great. Like, they were not hitting shots.
Yeah, that first half was rough in terms of shot making for us, especially from 3. It was just nasty all around.
And then in the second half, it felt like the team really took off. Like, the team was shooting great in the second half, but in the second half they went 54%.
I figured
54, 33, 92. Like,
I figured.
They were doing their thing in the second half. And
it looked much more fluid in the second half.
And you hate the fact that it takes a half for it to get going, but also Julius had 5 fouls in the second half. He had no fouls in the first half. 5 fouls in the second half is wild. At that point, you're just like, okay, the refs are counting on some bullshit. That feels like bullshit.
They were, but he also had an offensive foul where it was just like.
I'm not saying he did, but also 5. You can't call 5 fouls on somebody in a half.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but
man,
I gotta be
You gotta be a hater. I get it.
Yep. Stay true to it. Let's see. Tyrese ready for Randall to disappoint him.
Yo, why would you go there? That's why y'all ass is getting whooped right now by the fucking Astros. I really hope the Astros do y'all in for it, bro. I never rooted us. I'm praying for downfalls. Oh, I hope he walk. I hope Big 99 walk, bro. I really do. Dude
is speaking fan fictions out in he's not even doing it in writing on Twitter now. He's just speaking in the air.
Listen, I need Aaron Judge in the San Francisco Giants jersey. I need air. I need air.
It's not.
I need Steinbrenner to fucking.
It's not going to put the team in Queens in the NLDS, right? NLDS.
Steinbrenner's not paying no minority. Bro.
NLCS. I mean, who's a minority?
Aaron Judge is half black.
He looks hella white to me. and as long as he looks white, he is white. And they gonna pay the white man. So, anyways, let's get off of baseball. Nemo says, I'm actually surprised Dibs played Cam over McBride. At first when I saw the first tweet, I was initially like, oh, we're gonna lose this game. We did lose the game, but it wasn't because of him, surprisingly. But I
Because the
thought,
other game,
I just thought that Thibs would go to a 9-man rotation because he's Thibs. Did he go to a 9-man rotation tonight, or did he go 10?
he went 10.
He went 10,
Yeah,
surprisingly.
because Obi played. Obi played, Harden played. Yeah, he went 10.
But yeah, I'm just I'm surprised that he went 10 and didn't stay with 9, because usually this was what he would do in these moments. He would be like, okay, Grimes is not here. We're gonna do Rose, IQ, Obi, and Hart. RJ will play some minutes with the second unit, and go from there.
I think if Cam had a stinker, he might have gone to 9. But like when Cam's playing like that, it's hard to take him off the court, and that begs the question: like in the moments that like Grimes isn't playing with his foot and Cam hoops, if Cam hoops, do you keep playing him?
You keep playing him until he stinks.
And then if that's the case, who doesn't play?
Don't know.
Because he's not going 11.
Of course not. We know
So
he's not
like,
11. It's gonna be Grimes. Sadly. Sadly.
It actually might be. I think it's like
sadly, it's gonna be Grimes.
Going from untouchable to not in a rotation because Cam Reddish took your fucking job. It's gotta hurt.
It's gotta hurt, and it's also gotta be like, why the hell was this guy untouchable?
I feel like it's either Grimes or Obi. I feel like Fournier is gonna get his minutes regardless.
Yeah, Fournier is definitely
because he's starting.
He's starting, exactly. He's starting.
So he's gonna get minutes, and then it's like the bench unit. And it's like Rose is gonna play because Derrick Rose. Tiff got the tapes, and Harden's not gonna play obviously. So like it comes down to, do you trust Cam Reddish to not like? Is he gonna take IQ minutes? I don't think so.
Nah.
So like,
no matter how bad IQ has played throughout these like past 2 years, starting
he's
the
at least
year,
given like 15.
he still gives him a decent amount of run.
So like, I kind of feel like you're looking at either Grimes or Obi. If
it's definitely gonna be Grimes. It's gonna be Grimes because he closed the game with Cam at the 2, which is what he did with Grimes in the preseason game. So it's gonna be Grimes. Sadly, because we don't have a coach that's like flexible enough to like figure things out and change things from a night-to-night basis.
I think it might be bro. Obi didn't play. Obi played fucking 13 minutes this game, and there was an overtime.
I know.
He did not want to play that dude.
And to me, I don't like playing the excuse game with
he had Cam Reddish at the 4 tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Like he had Cam Reddish at the 4, and the logical thing I was thinking, okay, Julius fouls out, Obi Toppin, he brings back in Fournier. So they went 4 guards. Like I don't think it's a bad move because like at that point you just want shooting. Yeah. And like obviously you have like
I didn't mind him trying something new because this was something he never did before.
Yeah, so like
I wasn't mad at it.
But if that's the case, then like he sees Cam as like a 2, a 3, or a 4. And if Obi Toppin is going to be shooting Austin City limits.
But see, that's the thing with a lot of the young guys on this team. They have like these stretches where they go crazy, and then they have these other stretches where it looks like they look like me out there. So like,
damn, bro.
It's until we see like consistent play from all the guys all at once, then that's when it's going to be hard for Thibs to be like, okay, this guy's clearly out of rotation.
It's. I mean, I'm getting ahead of ourselves because like Cam Reddish has to play more than 2 games back to back, and that hasn't happened in his career since AU. But like,
yeah, so that's why I'm telling everyone, all right, enjoy the game, good for Cam, but like let's all relax. Let's just relax. It was a good game. We can enjoy it in the moment, but like let's not like jump to like the moon with conclusions, because that does nothing for us as a fan base, because then you're only going to be mad at yourself when those expectations are failed. You set the bar low, so that way anything above that is a surprise. That's why I set the bar for the Knicks at 37 wins. So if they surpass it by God's grace, then it's a good
Man,
season.
man, bro, gotta do it. He really do not believe in this team at all. Jesus. Damn.
Oh
All right.
man.
I guess we could look ahead to Friday. So we
Mm.
have the Pistons on Friday. The Pistons lost tonight to the. Oh no, the Pistons won tonight against the
Yeah, they
Magic.
won. I think Stu hit like a dagger three that
Yeah, he had a
fucked me
dagger
off.
three, which is fucking beef stew giving you wetting your mouth up with a dagger three. It gotta hurt. But yeah, Paulo Banchero went fucking crazy. That had a mean ass poster too.
I saw
Actually,
that.
I like that Magic front court is actually really solid. And Jalen Suggs went off too.
He did? How much he had?
He had 21 on 11 shots. He was cooking. He turned the ball over a ton too, but like he was cooking. And Cade had decent game, 18 to 10. Ivy went off. He had 19 on 15 shots. He went 8 of 15 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 19 points. Keelan Hayes is going to be looking at houses in Tijuana soon, 1 of 9. Jalen Duren had a solid game as well. Bro, did you see that Bill Simmons? That fucking Bill Simmons movie? He's like, Jalen Duren looks like an NBA player. And I'm like, bro, Jalen Duren will not crack this rotation. Like, bro, Jalen Duren is okay, but like, come on, dude. Let's be honest here, man. You really think nobody cares about Jalen Duren, bro?
Damn, what did Jalen Duren do to you?
No, I'm not even trying to hate on Jalen Duren, but like, who gives a fuck about Jalen Duren? Like, Jalen Duren going to save the franchise? Like, Jalen Duren's going to do anything for this fucking team right now? No, I will take Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson over Jalen Duren right now. I don't think it's really a hot take. But Bill Simmons needs to get his fucking clicks off, and I can't even say shit about him because the fucking Celtics are actually going to be a good team. Nasty ass Udoka aside.
Damn. um, but yeah, looking ahead, I guess, in terms of who we have to look out for, obviously Cade, 6'8"
Oh,
guard.
Bogey went nuts, dude. He had 6 threes. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. That's right there. It's always the shooters that kill the Knicks.
All right,
Always.
so who's the bum who's gonna light us up this game?
I don't even know. It could be Corey. It could be Corey Joseph.
Bro, I was thinking Kobe Joseph.
It's
I
gonna be.
was like,
It's always either like a mini guard or like some like dude that's supposed to be a stretch, but like not really, and they decide to go off that one game.
nah, it could be Kevin Knox.
Oh my god, Kevin Knox revenge game.
Boy, if Kevin Knox lights us up, bro, I'm turning the camera off again. I can't do that shit no more. We got to cancel the pod. I ain't gonna have Kevin Knox fucking fry our team.
Nah, how much run did he get today?
Yeah, he actually played a decent amount. He played 13 minutes. Not too bad.
Okay,
But he
getting
got the
minutes in
worst.
Detroit.
He got the worst braids in the league, bro. You saw them
Yeah,
shits?
braids ain't for that boy. They ain't for him.
Neither is basketball, but I guess he's still here. So,
Teams are still signing him, so as long as that happens, he's still gonna be here.
like, he got the shortest braids. Like, his braids don't even go past the back of his fucking head. They're just like right there. Look, he got a fucking samurai cut.
He got too excited.
Nigga, he part of the Teriyaki Boys with that cut. Like, what the hell is he doing with that shit? I don't know. Fucking Fast and Furious ass haircut.
Oh my gosh. Let's get to some more comments before we head back into I guess Detroit. And if you guys have any comments or questions about Friday's matchup, leave those down below and we'll try to get to them. Nicholas. Oh, this is a new name to the chat. Welcome. This is a new name. Barrett needs to shrug this one off. He missed a layup down the stretch in the fourth. That would have put us ahead. Barrett needs to do more conditioning. He exerted himself on defense. Okay. Astute observations, I would say. First off, Rose thought Adams was reddish moving from the corner. I don't think they should let the team wear blue shirts. Oh, when Rose beamed that ball at Adams. Well, the colors of the shirt aren't even the same. Like they wear like navy blue warm-up shirts, and like we were wearing like dark blue. I don't even think that was an issue. I just think Rose is old now and his dementia's kicking in.
He needs that fucking Eddie Rosario LASIK. That shit. You can see fucking out torn cornea.
Oh, Ozzy Mozzie says, I'm calling it early. The Suns are over. Time for Booker trade rumors.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Suns
they're getting
actually,
smacked by the Mavs right now.
bro. Luka's out here fucking doing the Eddie Guerrero shit. Like, bro, it's how much
I
Cam
mean,
Bridges
once
cost?
they brought back DeAndre Ayton, who clearly doesn't want to be there, it was kind of over for them.
DeAndre Ayton looks like he's in fucking basketball timeout. All you see this nigga do is go.
Yeah,
Like
he
he had
does.
pain. He looks like he's in physical pain
He
playing.
does. He doesn't want to be there
When
at
you don't
all.
talk to your coach for a year, you hate that nigga. That team hates each other. This is what Chris Paul teams do. This is the kind of vet Chris Paul is, bro. And this happens with every Chris Paul team. Every Chris Paul team hates each other by the end of it.
Yeah.
The common denominator is fucking Blake Griffin hated CP3. Fucking James Harden hated CP3. The 1 year they hate each other was OKC, and OKC was just lucky to be there. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if SGA kind of was like, you know what? Fuck that nigga Chris Paul. But like, bro, that team despises one another. Like, nobody didn't like each other. Like, Book is just like, I got a gender who fucking cares. CP3 upset because he didn't get his ring. Mikal Bridges out there fucking tweeting about the Phillies. And DeAndre Ayton is just like, I'm sad that I got paid $133 million, but not in Indiana. And Cam Johnson didn't even get paid. So, like, if you're Cam Johnson, you're like, how the fuck did this fucking dude, Cameron Payne, get paid before I did? And you look at that dudes like DeAndre Hunter get 95 million United States dollars, and you're like, bro, I at least need 100.
That deal was insane, by the way. That deal was insane. A lot of these deals have been like, all right.
Bro, we can talk about some of them deals because them deals came out of nowhere. I was like, how the hell did Brandon Clark get paid?
Like, dude has barely done anything, as far as I know.
Like, I will look at some of these deals now because I was flabbergasted. I was like,
Cam
fucking
could get a
Jordan
contract
Poole.
off this first game of the season if this is what they handed out. Like,
Bro, if they could have extended him after this game, they would have. You would have been like, all right, $7 million right now, take it. But like, Jordan Poole got
$140
$million, $123 million base, and then 140 with incentives. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter 4 years, $95 million. That Kevin Porter Jr. slave contract where he got like that shit.
Oh my gosh. They were
Bro,
robbing that man in front of his face. And
they
he is
said
just
we're gonna give
smiling and
you
taking it.
3 team options.
That's insane.
Bro, they got him in prison. He's in, bro. Oh, what? Are you kidding? Oh, nah. So they said it's 4 years, $63 million and $19 million in incentives. He in hell. That's a 360 deal.
It is, but like I understand where they come from because he's such a loose cannon, to use the
Man,
word, to use the
I
term
know, bro.
gently.
If I'm an agent, why the hell would I let somebody sign that?
Well,
Like,
it's because you know what type of person your client is. That's why. So you're like, you know what? Take this now before you end up somewhere that you're not gonna get any money. So
you tell him, look at James Booknight. Don't be like fucking James Booknight.
basically, James Book not gonna be lucky to get a second contract at this point in his career.
The best in Charlotte. The best in Charlotte, man.
Speaking of Charlotte, I think we have them as an upcoming game in this early season, which Jordan alludes to in this question. Do you think Detroit, Charlotte, and Orlando games are must-win games this early in the season with some tough games against playoff caliber teams coming up after those games? Definitely.
Yeah, they are.
You can't lose to these teams, honestly. You can't. And I know Charlotte came out and beat the brakes off the Spurs, but the Spurs are trying to get Wemby, so it doesn't even matter. But they're starting Kelly Oubre. You have to win these games, bro. You have to win these games.
Yeah, like it's nasty. And like I got offered the ability to go to a Spurs game, and I was like, fuck that, because I'm not watching that team play. Like that team is bad. So like, if the fact that Charlotte beat them like handedly without LaMelo, mind you, like especially because LaMelo's not playing, you gotta win these games.
Oh, for sure. And you can't have games like the Orlando game early in last year. You can't have games like um the OKC game last year in MSG. You just can't have those type of games this year. You can't.
Yeah, especially,
It's not acceptable.
like you cannot afford to waste games, especially when you're going to need these games when you're trying to compete for a play-in spot, if not a playoff spot. So like, if you could go into this like stretch against like Eastern Conference teams 3-1, then that bodes well for maybe you sneaking away a win or two. But if you go into it like stumbling, then your season might be over. And I don't want to be dramatic, but like it might be over.
Yeah. But yeah, we can't have games like last year where you're going against like shitters and shitting yourself basically. Like you need to assert yourself as a team. I know this team is. I mean, most of the team is still returning from last year, so it shouldn't be like that much of an adjustment period. Maybe with Brunson with the first unit and Hartenstein with the second unit, but other than that, team's pretty much the same. There shouldn't be that much adjusting that has to be done, and it seems like the second half of tonight's game they figured out like what they need to do to be successful. So maybe they can carry that over into these games, and we'll see firsthand on Friday at MSG at home whether they can carry over that success that they had in the second half of today into the beginning of the Detroit game. Let's get to some other comments. Brent says, I wanted Cam to play with force and athleticism. This man jellied himself into 20 points. Trash or not, Cam going out playing saucy.
Yeah, I tweeted about it. I was like, bro, Cam Fan was right. Even if he asked, he still looked smooth as shit, bro. Like how low he was hitting on them drives. I was like, all right, good luck.
That's what be tricking folks because it looks good, but that don't trick me, man.
But like he had that one play where like the putback, he had that putback dunk, and that was fire. And I was like, if he could like he played Maury Ball tonight. Like he was realistically playing like Maury
He went
Ball.
to the rim and shot threes. That was it. He didn't do all that other dribbling nonsense, trying to hit mid-range tough shots. Like he just played simple, which is what people beg for him to do every single time. And then he tries to be freaking Paul George and Tracy McGrady, and he's not that.
Like, yeah, at the rim, he shot 6 of 7. In the mid range, he shot 0 of 2. Like the blueprint is there. Just take threes, make them in the corner, and shoot at the rim. Like the
Don't
guy,
dribble that much, please. Son
yeah,
tried to dribble in the backcourt and got stripped.
and it was a fucking nasty strip too, bro. Like he looked like he got
It
fucking
was them strips where like you in like high school basketball tryouts and like they got you playing against like the actual team to see how good you are, and then they start pressing and then they embarrass you.
yeah. That's the strip that like coach come up to you and be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like
I've seen that firsthand. That's why I never go for the ball when I'm doing tryouts. Like, nah, I'll play the Evan Fournier role. I'm good. Let me spot
yeah,
up.
man, fuck that. I turned into Reggie Bullock and fucking pick up. I ain't taking no
You
damn dribbles.
yup, you ain't stripping me and making me look like a fool out here. No, thank
Exactly.
you.
I'm gonna be the fish at 10 points on 3 or 4 from the fucking 3 point line. I'm gonna miss my fucking layups, but I'm gonna hit one, and that one gonna be fire. But otherwise, bro, just I'm in the corner chilling, hand on my thigh, ready, pocket, shoot.
Yup.
YMCA Bullock, baby. You know what it is.
Let's see. So we have some comments in relation to I guess what we were talking about with the Mavs and the Suns. Brent says Chris Paul floor general leading everyone to self-hatred. Pretty much. I
How much
mean,
how much Booker cost?
the teams in the West, there's something to look out for, and it's interesting because there was a report today that like Rob Pelinka is going to be waiting till at least around Thanksgiving to check in with teams, see what their direction is, so that way they can make trades or
Bull,
whatnot. But
bullshit. Fucking LeBron will be in the locker room tomorrow, be like, oh, bro, it's game one, and they already throwing shots. Like, this team is done. Ain't no way LeBron gonna fuck up his legacy like that. That shit is not waiting till Thanksgiving. I give it 2 weeks. I give
Halloween,
it
basically.
I give it Halloween, and you gonna hear that fucking trade. The Los Angeles Lakers have given up 2 first-round picks and Russell Westbrook to the fucking Indiana Pacers for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Like, that shit about to happen. Like, and when it happened, Indiana gonna take them to the fucking Hickory Farm. Like, it's about to be a mauling. It's about to be fucking mice and men. Like, behind the woodshed. Pop, pop.
All right, so before we get out of here, Knicks schedule upcoming Friday, of course, the Pistons, Magic on Monday. Next Wednesday we have the Hornets, and then next Friday we have the Bucks. So pretty interesting schedule. We got some teams that we should beat, or we should at least like not be in a dogfight with, I will say, in the Pistons, Magic, and Hornets. And then we got the Bucks, who they got Giannis. But I think we've played them pretty well over the last couple years. I will say that.
We played them well at home.
Yes.
And like we had that one game where like the bench was let us back because the starters were so ass. And then fucking quickly doing the gritty in front of Chris Middleton, all-time highlight. Special. But like, yeah, like I think the Bucks don't have Middleton. I think
no.
He says he's gonna be out.
Couple weeks.
You hope that the Bucks look as old as they did in the preseason because the Bucks look old. Like
their age is a big issue for them.
They feel like the Lakers of like 2021, where they're just like old. Obviously, the floor is higher, but like Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Serge Ibaka, like that team is elderly.
Yeah, they're getting up there in age.
So we'll see what happens there, but yeah, I wouldn't surprise me if I think the Knicks have a chance in that one.
In the Bucks game?
Yeah, they have a chance.
I think they do too. Friday night in Milwaukee, so that's going to be interesting. Over this next 4-game stretch, what do you predict their record is?
I want to say 3-1. I think they beat the team that they need to beat. I feel like the floor of this team, which is really high, and I don't expect RJ Barrett to shoot like fucking governor's ball dates. No, I don't expect him to shoot governor's ball dates. He's shooting fucking 3 of 18 again. It's fucking Lollapalooza.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him, especially that last 3. It looked like he was just like pressing, like he looked like he had no awareness of like time, where he was. Like he looked like he had no awareness at all, and that's like so uncharacteristic of him.
Like Drew Haley might need to get fucking investigated for embezzlement, man. Because
I mean, there's other clients. Zach was Mooney's, Jason Tatum, pretty good.
He likes good. He don't count.
Joel Embiid, an actor.
He get hurt every year. He don't count.
He's also an actor.
That's it.
But yeah, I predict they go 2-2 in this stretch. I just have this feeling they are going to drop one to. I feel like they're gonna drop one of those Pistons, Magic, Hornets games. I feel it in my bones, bro. I feel it in my bones. I know this. I know the Knicks way too well. They're going to drop one. If they don't, all blessings. If not, I hate to be right and say I told you so, but I'm gonna have to be that guy. But
I've never seen Sam. Sam hates this team more than I do.
I don't hate this team. I am just like setting myself up so I'm not disappointed, because last year was not fun. You saw the clip I tweeted the other day. That's not fun. That's not fun. I'm not coming on here with the depressed voice and all that stuff. Nope, not anymore. They lose. Whatever.
Save it for the West Coast trip.
West Coast trip, I'll be half asleep. I won't even be depressed. I'll just be half asleep. But I think that's all we got for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the comments, the questions. Make sure y'all check out all the links below. I forgot to do the ad read today, but make sure y'all check out the DraftKings. Make sure y'all use promo code TBPN for that. You will get, I forgot what it was. should do the ad read next time. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to check out all the links, subscribe, like. If you're listening to the audio, leave a rating if you haven't already, which you probably should have because it's on the Strickland main feed. But we are out. We will catch you guys back on Friday, and Jeff will be back then as well.
Peace.